Hello and welcome to SHUMPCAST. I'm Tony Shump, Ralph
Hello,
Nardell.
Domenico Antonio Sorbara.
Oh, it's episode number 25.
25 episodes. Oh my God.
It's a milestone.
Let's get everybody in the audience to give us a big clap. Come on.
Hey.
25 episodes. Oh my God, you guys are sensational.
Yeah,
Come
we
on,
still need
no,
subscribers. We still
don't
need
give us-
we need subscribers, so we need people to subscribe to our channel there.
Mate, why do you always have to
to,
bring up subscribe, all that sort
well,
of
you know,
stuff, mate.
it helps, you know,
People
the
don't
more
wanna talk
subscribers, the
about
more,
that stuff.
you know, more people we get, the more
Yeah,
people
they're
like
gonna
it, you know.
like it and
If you like the show, subscribe, so
Anyway,
people
all right.
can, we can
Can I
make more
just
shows.
say, when I
Mhm.
make you a coffee, you come to my house, I make you a coffee from
What's wrong with that coffee?
Cafetiera, you know, the Italian, beautiful, nice one. And you always like it, yeah? True?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
all
right?
right, yeah. Well,
you love
to
it,
be honest,
you love it, you always give me the money. Anyway.
it's like a
And
bishak, mate.
now
It's
I
like
come
a
to
bishak.
your house, and you, mate, this is watered down. What, do you try and save it?
No.
Do you save the
That's a
beans?
machine, mate. It's a
Watered
machine.
down, bloody...
Now, the coffee you make is like a
Yeah,
bishak,
anyway,
you know,
all
a
right.
piss water. That's
What's
what it
going
is.
Who's on the
Yeah.
show? Who's on the show? Come on.
All right, we got...
Thank you for the coffee, but
yeah.
next time, make a real one. Anyway, go.
Anyway, we got Craig Pesco, or Pesket.
Craig Pesco. Okay.
Pesket, yes. He's a singer, bass player, and anyway, he grew up in Mablon, in Melbourne,
yeah.
Victoria, and a friend of mine, known him for many, many years,
Yeah.
and moved to Queensland,
Yes.
and next minute he joins a Queen tribute band,
yeah. And toured the world.
Yeah, toured the world. Oh, amazing,
Opened
amazing.
for Kiss,
You know.
the real Kiss. He opened for Kiss.
He opened for Kiss, yes. Did
The
all that
sweet,
sort of
the sweet ballroom blitz, the ballroom blitz.
What's your favourite Kiss song?
No, I don't like any Kiss.
You don't like Kiss?
No, I like the sweet.
Oh yeah, what's your favourite sweet song?
The sweet ballroom blitz. I just said it. Ballroom blitz.
mine's,
Fox on the run.
Fox
Yeah.
on the run.
Oh.
Fox on the run. Sing it.
No, you sing it.
No, you're the singer.
No, but I don't want to. Don't try and put me on the spot to sing. All right. All right. So, without further ado, what are you going to say? What are you laughing at? Just introduce the guy. What's his name? Craig Pesco.
Pesco, yeah. No, yeah. But I had a coffee at your place yesterday, and
Yeah.
I don't know. You said you put something in it, and no, it's making me very.
No, they were
making,
those sugar
It's making me.
cubes. I know.
It's making me.
I think it's late blooming. It's going to get you now.
You didn't put anything in it, did you?
No,
because
no.
it's
Sugar
very,
cubes. No, sugar cubes.
very jumpy today. Very.
All
very
you
jumpy.
psychedelic people
I
would
can't-
know what I mean. But
I can't.
anyway, go.
I can't keep still.
Yeah, let's go. Introduce quickly.
Well, episode 25. So please subscribe to our channel if you like
Okay,
it.
all right. Okay,
On
subscribe,
Spotify,
please.
YouTube. But anyway, further no more to do.
Bring it on.
Hello, Craig Pesco. How are you, mate?
Hey boys, how you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. It's Tony Shump, Ralph Nardell here.
And Domenico Antonio Sorbara.
Ah,
I love
yes. Now, is it Craig Pesco or Pesket? What are we calling you?
Yeah, it's been Pesco since I started playing years ago. Everyone just started calling me that as a nickname, so I stuck with it.
Oh, wow. So that's so we call
Yeah.
you Pesco.
Yeah.
Pesco.
Pesco.
Can we
Pesco.
call you Pesco?
Yeah, of course you can.
All
Most
right,
people
beautiful. Pesco. Ask him a question, Ralph.
Ah, yes. Well, you're the Freddie Mercury of the Queen band. It's kind of magic, but we'll talk about that bit later on. You toured the world and all that. Quite amazing achievement there. But how did you first start getting into the music scene? Did you play in a band earlier on?
Give us the
Well, my first memories of growing up in Melbourne, and my mother still says to this day, the day that Kiss or Kiss on TV changed his life.
What did you see on TV?
That was when Rock and Roll Night, Kiss Rock and Roll Night.
Oh, yeah, the Kiss.
That was the one. I mean, I the first gig I did was, believe it or not, at St. Margaret's, Maribyrnong. We had like a Skyhooks cover band. We did one song.
Which one?
Ooh.
We did Living in the 70s.
Oh, hey, did you
Oh.
know Smacker Fitzgibbons' boy? He went to St. Margaret's.
Yeah. So I was at St. Margaret's. Carmelo Guzman was in it. Wayne Parry was in it. I forget.
Pazza! Do you know Pazza?
Yeah, I know. I went to school with Pazza, yeah.
Oh my God, I played footy with him at Dooders.
Yeah. So he was in it, and this was about maybe grade 5 or 6 or something. We couldn't play. We were just like miming to the song.
Oh, okay.
And that was Skyhooks Living in the 70s.
Wow. So that was in Melbourne. Then you moved from Melbourne and you moved up to Queensland. Is that right? The Gold Coast.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, before we left Melbourne, me and Mark Boscarado, my brother, and Paul Donamate, we had like a Kiss cover band.
Oh,
So
Bud,
we did-
Brucey,
Yeah.
Paul Donamate, Boscarado.
Paul Donamate was Peter Chris.
right,
Boscarado was Ace.
Yeah.
My brother was Paul and I was Gene. And we used to do a Kiss concert in the double garage at the back, charge everyone 20 cents to come in.
Could Paul play?
No, it was all miming.
It was all miming. Because you know his son plays with us, bass player.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so go.
We had Bob Juegan. Bob Juegan had created a colour wheel that was hooked up to a battery. That was our light show.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That was our high-tech stuff. Then we left Melbourne and we came up here to Queensland, and I had just a couple of high school bands. And after that, after I left school, the good thing about Queensland was they had a very healthy cover scene circuit up here.
Yeah. And what year was that, Craig? What year? What were you looking at?
This is about 1983.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, okay.
It's about 83, yeah.
Well, you're old. You're really old, aren't you?
We had a Bombay Rock up here in Surfers.
Oh, really? Bombay Rock?
Bombay.
Wow.
Yeah. So we had one up here, and every Monday they would have what they called audition night, and local bands could come in and play. And if you're any good, they put you on what they called the Queensland circuit. It was just like endlessly touring around Queensland.
Wow. Ooh,
so
nice.
we did that, and we got signed up. It was a band called Tojo, and we ended up doing, I think we did 6 weeks in Mackay in some biker pub first, and then you go to Townsville and do 3 weeks, then to, Darwin and do a... It was just an endless circuit thing playing covers.
Wow. And that was your first cover band, was it?
That was my first cover band, yeah. That was a band called Tojo.
Wow.
And then that turned into a band called No More Heroes. We opened up for, the English band Sweet Fox on the Run?
The Sweet Fox on the Run. I love Fox on the Run.
Oh, great band.
Yeah. Well, they were out here. They were out here in the mid-'80s.
Yeah.
Mick Tucker was playing drums. Andy Scott was on guitar, and they had a couple of different guys.
You ready, Steve? That one? That's sweet.
Yeah.
Ballroom Blitz, Steve. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. That one. Anyway, sorry, go.
Are you ready, Craig?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was we ended up doing a show with them up at the Playpen in Cairns.
Oh, my God.
And the agency said to us, look, these guys are going to do a whole Aussie tour. Do you guys want to open up for them the whole time? We said, yeah, man, we love it.
He's a Pope Catholic.
He's the greatest drummer ever. We ended up doing a tour with them, and we ended up staying in Perth, and we lived in Perth for a couple of years because there was such a good scene over there.
Yeah.
So we were in Perth until about 1990.
Hey, were you up there while the Running Bears were up there touring?
I don't know. I remember the Running Bears. I think I might have seen them once or twice.
Yeah.
I can't remember where or when.
Okay.
But I know the McSweeney Boys and of course and everyone like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, Nice Guys, a horrible band, but horrible
Anyway,
band.
so what happened? What happened in Perth?
Man, Perth was really good. We stayed there for years because it was such a healthy scene. A cover band like us could play 5 nights a week, making $3,000 a night. It was free for all.
Oh, back in the old days.
It was a really good live music scene. Then they all started to turn the venues into restaurants and family entertainment. So we got out of there, and I came back over here looking for a record deal.
Wow. A record deal? For who? Where? Who?
For me. Well, I'd been writing songs with the band, so I thought it's about time. I'd sort of done, by this time I'd done maybe 5 years of touring in cover bands. I thought, well, I've got a lot of songs here. Let's try and get a record deal. So I moved to King's Cross in Sydney.
Oh,
and I'd run around all the record companies trying to get a record deal, and none of it worked. I ended up moving back to Queensland, and that's when I joined a band called Wicked Lester, which was the early 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We opened for Kiss on the Kiss convention tour in 95.
For Kiss? Did you just say Kiss?
Yeah, Kiss, yeah.
You opened for Kiss?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Just said that.
Yeah, but I thought I was hearing things. You're unbelievable. Anyway, keep going.
So the first one was 1995. Kiss did a world tour, and they had Kiss conventions the day before with all the costumes and all the stage props and all that stuff. And it was like $100 a ticket. And every state they wanted a Kiss tribute band. And I was in a band called Wicked Lester at the time. We weren't actually a Kiss tribute band, but we named ourselves Wicked Lester because Kiss were called that.
Yeah.
So that's how we got the gig, and we ended up just doing a set of Kiss numbers.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I met Gene and Paul. That was without making.
You met Gene and Paul? And you call him Gene and
yeah.
Paul, or you call him Mr. Simmons and Paul, Mr. Sandler? Or Sir?
But, mate, that was, I ended up, to cut a long story short, later on in the story, we opened for them again in 2001 on the farewell tour
Oh my
when I was in a band called Kings of the Sun.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
Who? Kings of what?
Kings of the Sun.
Okay. And you opened for Kiss with that band?
Yeah, 2001 at Carrara, the last show they did with Ace Frehley.
Oh my God!
Was that a cover band, Kings of the Sun, or original band?
No, totally. They were around. You might remember them from the 80s. They had like a lead singer with really long blonde hair.
Yeah, I remember him.
Song
Yeah.
called Serpentine and a song called Black Leather.
Yeah, no, never heard
Quite
of
big in Australia, very big in America. Anyway, they toured Europe before I joined them. They toured Europe with Kiss, did Monsters of Rock with David Lee Roth, Iron Maiden, you name it.
Yeah.
Wow. So you
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lead?
true.
You were the lead singer in that band, Craig?
No, I was the bass player when I joined. They were signed to Mushroom. They were one of
Gadinsky's
band back in the 80s.
Okay. Well, sorry,
Anyway,
to cut you
to
off.
get back to where we were, I think we were, where? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, late 90s, I was in Queensland with Wicked Lester, yeah.
I want to get to that Queen where you toured the bloody world.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what we go. Yeah,
Yeah, I want to get to that.
Now, that was called the Queen. It's a kind of magic.
Wait, he
is that
hasn't got to that part yet.
Oh, hasn't?
No, stop
I was
interrupting him.
I was just about there.
All right, well, you keep going, buddy.
So we did I joined Kings of the Sun. They were looking to get back on the road. So I joined them. First, we did a tour with Sammy Hagar in '98.
Sammy Hagar?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
sorry.
played the Palace in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Did Selena's in Sydney, another gig up in Brisbane. So basically, Sammy, the only time he's been here, which was 1998. And then the final show we did with Kings of the Sun was 2001, opening for Kiss at Carrara on their farewell tour.
Oh, my God. Hey, when Sammy Hagar was there, was he with Van Halen or with the...
No, he just left. He just left Van Halen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1998.
Yeah. And then what happened? Was it Queen?
Yeah, so after the Kiss and Kings of the Sun thing, I thought, man, I've been in the music, business now for 25 years. How do I get to a stage where I get to do these big shows every night?
Yeah.
Kiss, you do it once and it blows your mind. You think, man, it's like a drug. You want to do it all the time.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that changed for me was I said, I'm just going to take any opportunity that comes up in the music biz and see if it can sort of slingshot me to where I need to be.
Yeah.
Man, it was a weird thing. I just knew a couple of guys that were playing around in this sort of theatre. There was a production company. I think they had an Eagles band and they had an ABBA band that were doing clubs around Australia. And so they got hold of me and I saw an ad in the paper first and it said, lead singer wanted for international touring band. I thought, I'll go for this. I went and met the guy and he didn't let on too much, just sort of talked to me for half an hour. I got a call back a week later saying, the show is Queen, and we want you to come and sing Somebody to Love and another one, Like the Dust, I think it was.
Oh, my God. Somebody loves hard song to sing. Anyway.
Well, this is what I was thinking, Ralph. I'm thinking this is...
No, that's Dom.
Dom, sorry,
Yeah.
Dom. I was a real Queen fan. I just happened to hit Queen right at that point where I wanted to go and get all their albums and get to know every song and, get right into it. And it just happened at the same time that this opportunity came up. So I ended up cutting my hair off, grew a mustache, rolled up to the studio with all my Queen stuff and said, man, I'm in. Where do I sign up? Got that audition.
Did you look like him?
Well, I didn't prior to that, but I cut all my hair off. I cut my hair like him. I grew the mustache.
Yeah.
I did everything I could to get into the character.
Did you do lots of coke and have lots of blokes and women and all that stuff too? Just to get into character.
And this was just the early stages, so it was just like getting my look right and trying to sing the songs,
Okay.
But yeah, look, cut long story short, I got signed up for that gig, and we started just doing small sort of club shows in Sydney. Yeah. And luckily, the guy behind that production had a lot of money, and he wanted to gamble. He wanted to sort of see if he could get a show up and running and get it onto the international stage.
Yeah.
So the first big tour we did, I think, was about 2004, and it was to Canada.
You went to Canada with the Queen band?
Wow.
Yeah. Man, we did 17 countries in 10 years.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
How many people did you play in front of?
Well, the biggest show we ever did was to 47,000 people.
47,000! My God! Was that a buzz and a half or what?
It was 2006, and if you remember, the FIFA World Cup was on, the soccer.
Yeah.
And we were in Germany doing 6 weeks.
Oh, my God.
In this venue right in the middle of Hamburg. And next to it, they had what they called the Dom, which is like a big carnival that they would have every year. The Dom, just like you, Dom.
Yeah, just like Dom.
Okay.
And as it happened, the FIFA final was on there, and they were looking for some act, and I suggested we go and do the exact Queen show that they did at Live Aid.
Oh, my God.
15 minutes, we're exactly the same outfits, exactly the same songs. It's going to be a massive audience. And that's what we did. That was the biggest show we ever did, 47,000.
What, you just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and they just decided to grab you?
Exactly right.
Oh, my God, you're blessed.
Wow.
Yeah, it was uncanny, man. It's not, look, I think anything in show business, it's 90% luck.
So how did the gig go? How did it go, that gig there at the FIFA?
47,000 people. How was it feeling?
It was like playing to no one, to tell you the truth.
Really?
They were that far away, the end of them. It's like you could have a conversation with the guitar player, and the front row would never know what was going on because there were so many people. It was just it's beyond hard to explain. Just a hell of a lot of people in the middle of the day in Germany. So it was a bit of a mind blower.
So it was a total opposite to that set that was played at Wembley. Total opposite.
In what way?
Well, in a way that the whole band the whole audience got involved, and Freddie Mercury had a meeting out of his hand. You know what I mean? That vibe, that atmosphere.
That was our idea. It was exactly to recreate that. I mean, the good thing about the Queen show was that the producer had enough money to put up a massive light show and to get us overseas and get us to, Spain and Paris and Germany and wherever else. Because that's what Queen was doing. They were a big touring band. They had big production, and we had to be the same.
Yeah.
By the time we got back to Australia after our first, couple of world tours, say the first 3 years, Australia had like 5 Queen tribute bands all playing at the RSL and pubs down the road. And for us, it was never that. For us, it always had to be, as big as they would have done it, a gig that they would have done. So we were doing maybe 5,000 seaters regularly.
Yeah. So you were the prime, like, Queen tribute band, yeah? In Australia,
yeah, for the first year, from about 2003 to I think we finished in 2011.
Now, Craig, did you meet any of the Queen members while you were playing in this Queen cover band?
Well, about halfway through, when we hadn't really cracked it big time. We were doing okay, but we hadn't really cracked Europe yet. We had the idea of calling a guy called Peter Freestone. I don't know if you know who that is, but that was Freddie Mercury's personal assistant.
No. Ooh, no. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he's a big guy, big English guy, and he'd been with Freddie since 1979 as their costume guy, and then he became Freddie's personal assistant.
Yeah.
So long story short, our manager got hold of him about 2006. He lives in the Czech Republic, and we said, man, we want to fly you out to come and see this show. We think you'll like it. We think it's the closest thing to Queen. Our next gig is in Singapore.
Shit.
And he said, yeah, I'm in. So we flew him out to Singapore. And, of course, I knew who he was, being a massive Freddie Mercury fan. I was, starstruck to sort of meet the guy. And he flew in, watched our first 2 shows from the audience and said, yep, I'll endorse this show. So for the next 10 years, or maybe, I think it was maybe 8 years after that, he travelled with us and endorsed the show, saying if you want to see any Queen show, this is the one to see. It's the closest to the real Queen, etc.
What, you travelled around with the Queen band, Queen tribute band, for 8 years worldwide?
Yeah. Yeah, worldwide, yeah.
Oh, my...
Well, you mean in 13 countries, too, it looks like. 13 countries. Wow, it's a lot
I think it was more than 17, actually.
Wow.
Hey, did you get picked up by limos and stuff, like the real band?
Well, a lot of the time, yes. Near the later years, no. I mean, that's why it all sort of crumbled in the end. Was we hit a peak? Probably, I would say, we did an American tour in 2007, big European tour the year prior to that. That's when it was really good, and you get really well looked after. I mean, the company was they were charging between $75 and $100 a ticket, and selling 5,000 seat arenas.
Yeah.
So I mean, us the players weren't becoming millionaires, but the managers certainly were.
Yeah. Well, you would have done all right out of it, but yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah. And look, the greatest thing, as I said earlier on, it was a lucky break for me. I mean, there's plenty better singers around and plenty better musicians around, but I was in the right place at the right time.
Geez, you're lucky,
was available to do it. Not married. You're not tied down. You sort of you're into that touring life already, which I've been doing for many years.
Hey, in America, did you meet anyone famous? Like, did anyone come and watch you that was famous, or did you go and hang out with anyone?
Well, we did 2006. We did the Kodak Theatre where they had
Oh,
the Academy
yes, in
Awards.
Hollywood.
Kodak Theatre, yeah.
We were the first ever, and I think still to this day, the only tribute band to sell out the Kodak Theatre. I think it's now called the Dolby Theatre.
What, you sold it out?
Yeah, you sold that out in 2006.
How many people?
Now, I don't know what that holds. It's not actually that big. It's a really nice looking theatre, but it's not actually that big. The funny thing I remember about that was we were sound checking, and there's guided tours of like 30 tourists walking through this venue, you know, while you're trying to set up for your gig.
Yeah.
But that night, I remember we had an American crew on, and after the show, they brought in Carlos Cavazo from Quiet Riot was there.
Oh, yeah, quite right, yeah.
A couple of guys from an American band called Queensryche. You know, just those sort of, you know, your LA rockers. Anytime you're in, you know, California, you sort of run into all those types.
Okay.
But then it was after that I met Priscilla Presley.
Priscilla Presley! I love Priscilla Presley! What, you met her or spoke to her, what?
Yeah, well, that's a whole other story. So after the Queen show finished, which was about 2011, when I wasn't touring, I was working in a strip club here on the Gold Coast.
Don't tell me you seen her there.
Was she working there, was she?
No! Anyway.
So the owner was a really good friend of mine, and you know, he met me through the Queen tours, and we were really good friends, and we were both Elvis fans.
Mm-hmm.
He happened to fly to the Wynn Casino in Las Vegas, and Joe Esposito, Elvis's manager, was the door guy.
Oh, no, Joe Esposito. He's in all those documentaries.
Yeah. So we've flown Joe out here to Australia, and Joe's hanging out with us, and we had a little group called the Memphis Mafia International.
Oh.
You hung out with Joe Esposito?
And the Memphis
Yeah,
Mafia.
many
And the
times.
Memphis...
I've been to his house. He's driven me around Vegas in his Lincoln Continental listening to Elvis.
Oh, my
Wow,
God.
that's we're getting scared here. We're going to terminate the call.
I know.
We're going to terminate.
Mate, you're too famous. We love Elvis Presley.
So I think it was, we went to Memphis for the Elvis 35th anniversary. I think it was 2013, I think.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, we first flew to LA. We met Joe Esposito there and Jerry Schilling. Then we went to Memphis with Sam Thompson, Elvis's security guard.
Yeah.
His sister is Linda Thompson.
Is that Linda
Elvis's
Thompson,
girlfriend.
his girlfriend?
Yeah. Had dinner with Linda and Jerry Schilling.
What did she look like when you had dinner with her?
Mate, well, she's still glamorous. I mean, I saw her on Beverly Hills Housewives or something a few weeks ago, and she still looks exactly the same.
Oh, my God.
She's a great girl, Linda.
But she's not as good.
She loved us three Aussie blokes, you know, running around being idiots in America. They thought we were hilarious, so we fit right in. And that's when we were sitting in Memphis and having breakfast with Joe in the restaurant, and Priscilla was at the next table. So Joe went over and said hello and then introduced all of us, and we sat around and basically had breakfast together. And then we took off to, I think we go to New Orleans or something the next day.
Oh, my God. Wait, did you kiss Priscilla? Did you kiss her hand? Did you say hello?
Yeah.
What? You kissed her?
Did you go out with her?
I sent you a photo. So
Yeah, I got the photo.
You sent Ralph a photo. I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, I sent Ralph a photo. The funny thing was, after that breakfast, as I said, well, I think we were flying to New Orleans. And when I spoke to Priscilla, my mate's going, oh, he's the best Freddie Mercury singer in the world. And she goes, oh, I love Queen, they're my favourite group, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we've left the restaurant and packed up our bags. And I'm at the airport a few hours later.
Yeah.
And I've come out of a store and I hear this, oh, hi, Freddie. I turn around and it's bloody Priscilla Presley.
No!
Oh.
No! Bullshit! Did you kiss her? Did you kiss her?
Hang on.
I swear to God.
Well, did you kiss her? You said you kissed her.
Yes.
Where? On the lips or on the cheek?
On the cheek.
Oh, my God.
And
Is
she
she
had
really-
everybody stand on her right-hand side. She only got photographed from one side. Just
What?
on one side.
Oh, yeah, they're the Hollywood types. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Is she really that pretty?
What's that?
Is she really that pretty? Is she really pretty? I mean, you know, like in the photos and we see on TV.
she's gorgeous.
Beautiful looking lady.
Mate, she's unbelievable. Still looking fantastic. I got only good things to say about Priscilla.
Oh.
And what about Linda? When Linda and Priscilla seen each other at that restaurant, did they sort of give each other death stares or?
Different times.
Oh, okay.
The Priscilla one was at breakfast.
Yeah.
And Linda one was dinner.
So did you kiss Linda?
I don't think I did, no.
No.
But I've met Linda on 4 or 5 different occasions. She's been to Australia a few times.
What, you met her while she was here in Australia too?
Yeah. And her son is Brody Jenner.
Who's Brody Jenner?
So, you know Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Linda was married to him.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
She was married to the transgender, the one.
Yes, exactly
Oh,
right.
okay. Oh, my, what a small world.
Yeah.
And their son is Brody Jenner. He was on some TV show in America. He's always out here hanging out with the Memphis Mafia.
What, the Kardashians, wasn't it?
That's right, the Kardashians.
Never seen it. But anyway.
Yes.
I've never seen that show. No, I've never seen that show. I love Queen and I hate Kiss. But I'm very impressed by bloody, opening for Kiss.
Now, Craig, the Memphis Mafia, what's the story behind them? What were they? Were they like a hit team or what were they?
Well, Elvis had the Memphis Mafia, and these two characters that I knew over here, the guy that owns Hollywood Showgirls and one of his mates, who had a lot of money, and they wanted to meet Joe, and they flew Joe out here, and just how the whole thing got started, they said, let's start a Memphis Mafia International. You know, instead of all that American crew, we'll have like an international crew, and we'll hang out with Joe, and we'll go here and there, and we went to the opening of the Elvis Cirque du Soleil at the Aria in Las Vegas with Joe. So just things like that. It was just a couple of rich guys, wanting to get in the Elvis thing.
How did you get so close to Joe Esposito and that? Like,
well, the owner of Hollywood Showgirls flew over, met him in Vegas. He was working as the doorman there. So, you're Joe Esposito. We're Elvis fans. Do you want to come to Australia? Basically flew him out here, and we all became friends from then.
mate, are you always in the right place at the right time, or is it just
like us,
unbelievable,
in the right place
mate?
at the right time. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Sometimes I'm in the wrong place. I haven't told you about those ones.
No, we want to know about them ones too.
So they still going, the Memphis Mafia? I mean, as far as they still hang out together, like they reunions or anything like that?
Well, Joe Esposito died about 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
That was pretty much the end of it then. When we lost touch with Joe and his family, we thought we'd just let things be. You know, we've got good memories of it all. We've got videotapes of our escapades through America. You know, it was good fun.
Well, did you ever meet the Colonel?
What's that?
The Colonel, did you ever meet the Colonel
dead.
of Elvis Presley's manager?
He would have been dead.
Would have been.
No, yeah. Never met him, no. Met James Burton, his guitar player, you know, a few of the Elvis crew.
So,
Go,
Vinny, what are you doing now as far as music-wise? You singing in a band or?
Well, the music scene's pretty dead, just the whole COVID thing, as you know, especially in Melbourne. Basically, I had a little duo going up here, which was just for fun. But I've started up Vinny's Let It Rock Emporium, which is an online. We have a Facebook page, Facebook group, Instagram, and we basically buy and sell rock merchandise. I've got all the stuff I had for years, you know, backstage passes, tour programs, T-shirts, records, you name it.
Yeah.
So we're online at Vinny's Let It Rock Emporium, and we cover tours. We interview, you know, bands. Anything we want to do, really, anything that involves, you know, cool, hard music, we get into. Yeah, Vinny's is doing well. We get involved with tours. We've interviewed Joey Amenta from Pace a little while back, Bob Spencer from Skyhooks.
Hey, I heard you met Lionel Richie. Is that true?
Yeah.
Dancing on the ceiling. How did you meet him? Tell us that story.
Great song.
I was in LA with the Memphis Mafia, and we were having dinner at the Tower on Sunset. It was Linda Thompson, myself, Jerry Schilling.
Oh my God! Look at him, just those big names. Stop it! Anyway, keep going.
And we had dinner, and it was a great night. A couple of bottles of wine, and everyone was getting friendly. And Lionel Richie walked in, and he knew Linda from years ago.
Oh, okay.
And just came straight up to the table, sat down, started telling his stories. Man, and this was like it was after midnight, and he was like fresh as could be. Came in and kept us entertained for an hour or two. It was an unbelievable night.
What, he started singing?
No, just talking, telling the stories.
Oh, okay.
Different things that he's done in his career, just entertaining the table.
Yeah,
really nice guy.
So at the moment you're working at Hollywood Showgirls there. You're managing that, are you?
Yeah. I'm sort of stepping away a little bit now. I'm only doing a few nights a week. It's been the late nights, 15 years in a strip club can get to you.
All right then, Craig, we appreciate your time.
Oh, is that it?
That's it. That's a wrap up.
That's it. That's a wrap up, Craig. You are a bloody legend, mate. You've done it all. You've been in the right place at the right time.
If I think it's some more stories, we'll do another one in a couple of months.
No, have you got one more quick one?
Let me think. Mate, I don't know. There's too much to go through.
I'll put you on a spot, so we'll get you back.
I don't know which area to think from.
We'll get you back.
Yeah, get me back, and I'll give you some time to get my memory together, and I'll come up with some good ones for you.
No worries.
All right, Craig Pesco from the Queen Band. It's a kind of magic.
Pesco, you bloody legend!
Big hand for Craig Pesco.
Hooray! Thanks, buddy! Talk about being in the right time, at the right place, at the same time, and just, mate, getting everything. What
Talking about me.
Not you.
Who?
Pesco.
Oh,
Craig
yes,
Pesco.
yes.
Unbelievable.
Touring.
He just fell into all those jobs. Went overseas. London, Paris, mate, he's standing in front of 40,000 people.
He played the Kodak Theatre there and all those people there. He met Priscilla Presley.
Yeah. He only kissed her on the cheek.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought he was going to give. And he wasn't allowed to talk about all the other stuff too.
Oh, he wasn't?
Yeah, we've got to have an X-rated version.
Oh.
Because he can't say, what he did with the pop stars and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right.
We spoke about it later on.
Oh, yeah. He met the Memphis Mafia.
I want to bring it out, but we can't.
And you met the Memphis Mafia.
Yes, that's what we're not allowed to talk about. Anything that happened around that.
Yeah. Well, we got
they've got hitmen everywhere, mate. Well, all over the world.
It might be an idea if we start our Shump Mafia. What do you think?
Just sign off.
Shump. No. What are you in a hurry? What are you in a hurry for?
Because I've got to go.
We have to go.
Mate,
where do you have to go?
Well, I've got to get a good coffee for a start.
Yeah.
My God,
mate, this is good coffee, mate. Your coffee, you know what your coffee is? Luck of Bishata, mate. You know what that is?
Okay, no.
Piss water.
Okay, that's disgusting. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, viewers.
Anyway, I'm Tony Shop Ralph Nardella.
And I'm American Studios on Butter.
And we'll see you next time on
SHUMPCAST.